Every spring, you bring home plants that look beautiful in their pots. By July, they are dead. You blame yourself. But the truth is simpler than that. You have been buying the wrong plants. Nobody explained the difference between a plant bred to sell and a plant built by nature to survive in a container with almost no help from you. Today, I'm giving you 9 perennials that thrive in pots, come back year after year, and actually reward you for leaving them alone. One of them handles deep shade so well it will transform the darkest corner of your patio. Let us get straight into it. Echinacea, the purple coneflower. If you have tried this in a British border and it died, here is what happened. Our clay soil waterlogged its roots. That is the entire explanation. This is a prairie plant. Thousands of years of drought, thin rocky soil, blazing heat. A free-draining container on a British patio replicates that habitat more accurately than any English border ever could. The variety I recommend is Echinacea Magnus. Wide horizontal petals that give the blooms a bolder, fuller look. Stiff stems that do not bend in wind. 60 to 90 centimeters tall, blooms from midsummer through September, fully hardy across the entire UK. Here is what most people get wrong. They deadhead it. Do not. Leave those spiky brown seed heads standing through winter. In a frosted pot in January, they are genuinely architectural, and goldfinches will work through them all winter long. If you have ever watched a goldfinch pulling seeds on a grey November morning, you know what that does for how a garden feels. Next, a plant most people in garden centers have never heard of by name. Agastache, also called hummingbird mint. Tubular flower spikes in cobalt blue, peachy coral, warm terracotta. A fragrance of mint and anise. Blooms from early summer right through to the first hard frost. Here is why it matters for us specifically. Agastache evolved in the dry, rocky soils of the American Southwest. It needs to drain fast and dry out completely between rain. In a British border, the soil never dries out enough. The roots rot through our damp autumn. In a pot with sharp, gritty compost, that problem vanishes. It stops dying and starts performing. Look for Blue Fortune, reliably perennial, dense blue-purple spikes, pairs beautifully with Echinacea. One warning, go easy on the nitrogen. Feed it too much and you get leaves, not flowers. Lavender. Almost every British gardener has bought it. Almost every British gardener has killed it in exactly the same way. The woody bare center, the collapsed outer growth, the ragged silhouette by year 2. Was it in the border or in a pot? In a moisture-retentive border, lavender cannot breathe. The crown waterlogs through winter, the base turns woody, the plant falls apart. In a terracotta pot with free drainage, completely different story. Stays compact, stays dense, no dead center. The variety to grow is Lavender Munstead, developed at Gertrude Jekyll's garden at Munstead Wood in Surrey. A British plant. Better cold tolerance than French varieties. Stays at 30 to 45 centimeters, blooms June through August. And the volatile oils in its foliage repel aphids, whitefly, and mosquitoes. You are growing a natural pest barrier that costs nothing to maintain. The watering rule: let the compost go completely dry. Soak it thoroughly. Let it go completely dry again. Do not water on a schedule. Now for the plant I promised you, the shade solution. If you have a north-facing patio, a shaded courtyard, a side passage that barely sees sun, Hosta Patriot. Growing hosta in the ground in Britain means one thing: slugs. We have a mild, moist climate that is paradise for their entire life cycle. A border hosta becomes a slug buffet by June, and the war that follows. Pellets, copper tape, beer traps, midnight torch patrols is one most gardeners lose. In a container on pot feet, Slugs cannot reach it. Problem solved. No chemicals. The leaves stay pristine from spring through autumn. Patriot has deep green leaves with a stark white margin, and what that white edge does in a dark corner is remarkable. It reflects ambient light back into the space. A corner that felt dead suddenly looks intentional. One pot will return for 20 or 30 years. Divide it every few years and you have free plants indefinitely. Sedum Autumn Joy. 4 seasons of interest from a single pot. Tight blue-green buds in spring. A clean, self-supporting mound through summer. Dusty pink flower heads in late summer, deepening to brick red by October. And in winter, coppery bronze heads that hold their structure through frost and ice. It stores water in its fleshy leaves. It wants sun, decent drainage, and to be left alone. Quick word about compost because this matters. Most bagged potting compost is formulated for annuals. It holds moisture, which is the opposite of what these plants need. Over 2 seasons, it compacts, drains slowly, and the roots rot. You blame the plant. You replace it. The garden center sells you another one. The fix: mix your compost with roughly equal parts horticultural grit or perlite. For Hosta and Hukura, you can use less grit. The principle is simple. Free drainage is everything. Right, back to the plants. Heuchera, coral bells. Do not buy this for the flowers. Buy it for the foliage because the foliage is extraordinary. Palace purple, deep burgundy, almost black. Caramel, warm amber and peach. Lime Ricky, chartreuse that practically glows in shade. Obsidian, nearly black with a metallic sheen. This color does not fade after a few weeks like a flower. It runs from spring to late autumn. 6 months of continuous color. Pair a dark obsidian with a chartreuse grass. Looks expensive and deliberate, no skill required. And the dense foliage covers the compost surface completely, suppressing weeds naturally. Salvia Caradonna, real vertical height without any support. Stiff, dark stems, almost black-purple, with vivid violet-blue flower spikes that do not move in the wind. It blooms in late spring for 4 to 6 weeks. Cut the spent spikes back, 10 minutes work, and it produces a full second bloom extending into September. That single cut is the only maintenance it asks for all season. Daylily Stella de Oro, bred to stay compact and keep blooming. And it does both so relentlessly, you will wonder why it is not on every patio in this country. Golden yellow flowers in waves from June through September. One flush fades, you cut the stems, another wave opens within weeks. Handles drought, poor compost, and genuine neglect. Not the most dramatic plant on this list, but deeply satisfying when it is still producing fresh flowers in late September while everything else winds down. And the final plant solves a problem that frustrates every container gardener: the trailing edge. Bacopa, trailing lobelia, million bells. Beautiful, but annuals. Gone in autumn, replaced in spring, every year. Geranium Rozanne is the perennial answer. Violet blue flowers with a white center, luminous and elegant, from late May without pause until the first hard frost. The reason it never stops is fascinating. Rozanne is a sterile hybrid. It cannot produce seed. Every time a flower fades, the energy that would normally go to seed production goes straight back into making more flowers. A self-sustaining loop from May to November without a single intervention from you. The trailing stems reach 45 to 60 centimeters. Try this combination: Sedum Autumn Joy as the centerpiece, Heuchera caramel in the middle, Rozanne spilling over the edges. 3 perennials, 3 layers, April through November, all returning next year. Think about what you have spent at the garden center over the last 3 springs. The annuals, the replacements, the compost, the fertilizer. A significant portion of that went on replacing things that died. Not because you are a bad gardener, because those plants were never designed to last. These 9 plants break that cycle. 1 purchase, 1 pot, years of return. Echinacea that feeds the goldfinches. Agastache that finally works because the pot gives it drainage our soil never could. Munstead lavender that smells like Provence on a Wednesday evening. Hosta Patriot, making a dark corner beautiful for decades. Sedum worth looking at in every month. Heuchera earning its place through 6 months of color. Caradonna standing tall through August gales. Stella de Oro refusing to stop. And Rozanne pouring violet blue over the edges until the frost takes it. Put them in the right compost, in the right pot, and then trust them. Walk away. Let them do what they were built to do. They will not let you down.
Welcome to the Capital Plot.